in the camera. Hey there, welcome to Making the Tour. This is the behind-the-scenes look of the making of the 3HL Tour, the world's first and only 3-on-3 professional hockey league. I am joined here by Pat Gregar, our esteemed colleague and commentator and play-by-play and all of the above. We are here at, I guess, the somewhat historic Ted Reeve Arena, the site of this year's 3HL Champions Cup on Saturday, April the 14th. It's March 27th, so we're about 20 days or so away from the event.
Close.
It's getting close. So be sure to grab your tickets at 3hltour.com. Saturday, April 14th. Puck drops for the play-in games at noon, and the regular, I guess, the final 8 puck drops at 3 p.m.
Mini 3HL tournament as well too.
Exactly, there'll be some of the Beast Athletics kids going to be playing before and sort of in between. So it's going to be an exciting day. I think there's some food trucks, some vendors, some different things happening throughout the day. We'll be here all day, so be sure to check that out if you're from the beaches area, or if you're from this sort of South Scarborough area, Bluffs area. I know I grew up sort of just a little bit up from here. Some people call it Upper Beach, but I do not believe in that term. So definitely.
Last time the ice will be in before.
Yes, exactly.
Last chance to see some hockey.
Exactly.
It's gonna be good hockey.
Exactly. So Pat, I'll start off. Pat, have you been here before?
Yes, lots of lacrosse here.
Okay.
Played some minor hockey here as well. So spent a lot of time in that penalty box over there as well.
In the Sin Bin,
So very familiar with this. Very familiar with the Ted Reeve Thunder organization, the Toronto Beaches organization, this community as well. So it's exciting for me personally to be back in this building on April 14th and seeing some pro hockey, some 3-on-3 pro hockey at it as well.
I might be actually aging myself. I'd never played for the Ted Reeve Thunder. They were just the Ted Reeve Reavers, I believe. Okay. This is in the old MTHL days.
Yeah.
Won a Carnation Cup in Pee Wee with Ted Reeve here. I think my brother might have played for the Thunder, which was sort of an add-on name as days went on. So we're here at Ted Reeve. Going to be a great event. I rant on this Making the Tour, in our studio. We're now here live. We're going to be here live, over the next couple of weeks, talking with players, bringing on different players. Pat, tell the fans, what are your thoughts, I guess, on the 3HL Tour? I'll go with that. What are your thoughts on the 3HL Tour and the Champions Cup? And then we'll get into some other things.
Well, I mean, from just a hockey standpoint, from the pure aspect of 3-on-3 and the tournament bracket, I think it's a sports fan, a hockey fan's dream. You get to see a ton of hockey, a ton of quick, fast-paced hockey, all condensed in one single day. You're seeing players that you may have watched in the OHL, maybe you watch them in the NHL or any of the pro ranks in between. These are guys that have, very, very strong hockey resumes, and you put them in a format that allows them to display their talents with 3-on-3 hockey. It's very exciting. And from the aspect as well, talking about the actual players themselves, it allows them to, continue their pro career while staying at home here in Canada, which is next to impossible at some point. So it's an opportunity for those players to continue to play at a high level while being in Canada. But from a fan's perspective, from a media member's perspective, it's a ton of fun. I truly have enjoyed my time watching the 3HL Tour, and everyone that comes out here on April 14th, if you haven't seen it yet, you're going to be in for a treat. Exactly.
And I ranted a little bit yesterday about the whole unpredictability and the uncertainty and the fact that the bracket style format, in this case you've got 12 teams playing games, then you've got an 8-team bracket, anyone can win. There was some comments on Twitter about the fact that the same few teams do win, but I still stick to what I said. Any team can win. In a 14-minute game, you don't know who's coming out as far as who's going to actually, not so much show up in the sense of which players, but who's going to show up and play their best. And who's going to stand out. And at this level, with the players that we have, you've seen teams like Kitchener and some of the other teams that you maybe think are in that below that top 4, step up and really do well. So it really is anyone's game. There's 12 teams showing up on Saturday, April 14th. anyone truly could win. Let's make sure that our laptop doesn't die here. Anyone could win, right? I mean, you mentioned last year London is a 9 seed. They're coming in. They're the defending 3HL Champions Cup winners from last year. They were a 5 seed last year.
5 seed,
But this year they're a 9 seed. So they're going to be playing a play-in game. Then they're likely, depending on how they do, if they win, they're going to advance. They're going to be the 8th seed. So they're going to have to play the number 1 seed, which is Hamilton, right? So it's going to be interesting to see, what happens. I mean, Hamilton's obviously been really strong. They've proven all year that they are the team to beat. Guelph has been really strong. They've won a couple tournaments recently. Toronto's been right up there. They've won a couple tournaments.
Home ice. A lot of guys from this area.
A lot of guys, right? We'll be talking with Turner and a couple of guys over the next couple of days here on this show. You've got Rob Quit, Bergen. They're all from this sort of area, right? Scarborough area. You've got Newmarket. Again, strong team. I know that some of the teams are starting to stack up. Some of the other players are, leagues are done. Maybe players are out of contract. I know I've heard a couple of AHL guys are going to be, filling in rosters. So this is really going to be the cap of this season. This is going to end the 2017-18 3HL season, and then we're going to just get right back into it. We've got a lot of amazing things in store for 2018-2019 season, but not to overshadow this event. So I'm going to ask you a question. I'll put you right on the spot, throw you under the gun. I love doing it. Matt loves it when I do this. Right now, as it stands, who you got 3HL Champions Cup champion for 2018?
You know what? I think it's really tough to go against a team like the Hamilton Tigers with the fact that they've only lost twice this season.
Right.
But for me, with the fact that it's on this home ice, I think the Toronto Bees. Because not only is it they're playing on home ice, they're going to have a ton of fans, family, friends, guys that are within the Beast Athletics who are heavily involved in development in this community. But when we've seen them play their best, they've been one of the best teams on the tour.
Yeah.
We've got guys like Rob Quit, a perennial 3HL stud, a defenseman. He's the perfect 3-on-3 type of defenseman. I think with the speed that they have, the puck moving ability that they have, tied in with the fact that their hometown team, they're playing with a little more pride, I think that they will come out on top.
Do you think we could do something here with the camera angle? I know you don't like fooling around. There's a banner in the rinks here. I don't know how we could zoom in on that.
I don't think we'll be able to.
But one day we can show. But there's 2 rink board ads for the Toronto Bees that are here on the boards that have been here all season. Basically, what do they say? Dangles for days is what the banner says. Toronto Bees 3-on-3 pro hockey. Yeah. So I know the fan base is definitely here. You mentioned Turner and Place and Garbett all coach and teach and work in different courses around here. Not courses, sorry. Training programs, camps, development camps. Yeah. And then you've also got the Jason who runs, I guess, the Beast Athletics, and his kids and that whole Beast Athletics program. They're going to be a part of the event. Mm-hmm. So there's definitely going to be a lot of a hometown vibe for the Toronto faithful. Mm-hmm. Now, who are they? They would be playing what? I haven't looked at the stats. They're the 3 seed. Are they? So
they would be the 3 seed.
So they would be playing the 6.
Whoever would be the playing game.
I don't know.
Might
be. I guess based on the playing.
It all depends on.
So
the
maybe it's like a. Maybe a Milton? Is Milton somewhere around
Milton's
5 or 6?
They're a 6 seed. So.
Yeah, so they're the 6. So whoever Milton, it could be either Milton or whoever they're
Milton
playing.
Would be, I believe, Milton's the 5 seed.
Are they the 5? So then maybe it's a Kitchener or somebody along those lines.
Yeah.
So it could be a Kitchener or whoever they're playing in the playing game, which might be, what is it, Niagara or Aurora or someone down?
I believe it would be Niagara. Simcoe's the bottom.
So they would be playing the 5.
Yeah.
So it's probably Niagara. Mm-hmm. So it could be Niagara against maybe Kitchener against the Bees. So Kitchener, strong team with the Pitton brothers. They have some strong players on their roster as well. So it'll be interesting to see. There's no gimme on the 3HL tour, and that to me is what makes the 3HL tour so exciting and makes the 3HL so exciting. Each event, you never know what's going to happen. Yes, as I mentioned, over time, the better teams do win more often, but the cool thing is that any given day, any team can win. So,
well, I mean, you make the comparison with March Madness.
March Madness, yes, exactly. Loyola Chicago.
Absolutely. No doubt about that. But at the same time, you still have a perennial powerhouse like Villanova making it all the way. So it's not always about, the underdogs, and they're not always going to come out on top. Sometimes talent does in most defeats. You know what I mean? So that's why those top teams are there. And you got to tip your cap to, the guys like Mike Burgoyne, the GM of that Hamilton Tigers team. He's put a great team together. They deserve to win a lot of those tournaments because they have some great talent on there. They have the 2 top leading scorers. You look at, go to 3HLtour.com, click on the stats page. Yeah. It is just filled with purple and yellow.
Yeah.
Chad Spur, Josh Rinaldi, Phil Brewer, those 3 guys there, and Mike Burgoyne. 4 guys, I believe, are in the top 6 or 7 of scoring.
And it doesn't hurt when you play more games.
Exactly.
So when you win, obviously you advance, you get to play another game, which enables you to obviously rack up more points.
No doubt.
Which is key to being at the top of the leaderboard, no doubt, in scoring. So, it's kind of like a money board in golf. Obviously, if you play more Saturdays and Sundays, you're going to be higher up on the money board, right? Higher up on the winnings list. So, we'll end it off today. One question I'm gonna ask you, Pat. So it's been a bit of a break. We've been talking with a lot of the players. There's a little bit of a buzz building around the finishing of this season. What are your thoughts on the fans? If we're to create sort of a media channel for the 3HL, what are your thoughts on that? And what do you think the reception will be from a fan perspective towards like a 3HL TV type of a program? What are your thoughts on that?
I think that's the way of the future for sports. A lot of people at home are cutting cable, so you're seeing a lot of money in a lot of sports to allow you to have a paid subscription to watch your sports from your mobile device, from your laptop at home. And I think that's the way that sports are going. You look and see the amount of money that, put like Amazon. There's even, talks of maybe Netflix getting involved in streaming services as well. You have DAZN as well, another
for football
as well.
NFL
huge,
and soccer
huge.
Over in Europe.
So I think that is the way. I mean, TV on sports on TV will never die. I don't think that's going to ever be the case.
It'll just be streamed from your phone to your TV or to your smart TV.
Exactly. I think that's the way of the future. And if you're going to want, elite, good content on the leagues that you like and what you want to watch, not just watching the tournaments, but behind the scenes stuff, reports, features, similar things to like E60. I think that the 3HL and what we can provide maybe one day is something like that, where you can log on online and pull up and you can watch all your favorite 3HL content on demand. That's something that I do believe is one day that can be possible.
Exactly.
And I think that's the way of the future. It's not just going to be the 3HL. It's not just going to be the NFL. It's going to be all major leagues that are going to be doing stuff like that.
And that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Ironically, that's what we're doing. We are in the process of just launching 3HL TV, so it is going to be a almost 24-hour 3HL 3-on-3 pro hockey exclusive program or channel that you can watch. There will be premium subscription options available, but basically it's an opportunity for the fans to engage with the players, to watch the events, to get behind the scenes looks at the 3HL and really be a part of the 3HL. So if you're a fan of the 3HL, be sure to comment. Let us know what your thoughts are. Are you excited about the 3HL Champions Cup? Are you excited to see where the 3HL goes? Because I think this is one thing that a lot of people are wondering. Where does the 3HL go from here? We started out season 1. We were just trying to build, get an understanding of what the format would be. Season 2 has kind of been, an idea. We've definitely brought in, a good core group of players, and we're going to be wrapping that up, and it's going to be an amazing event here on April 14th. But then season 3. I'm calling it the 3 birth. That's what I'm nicknaming it. Where we're going to expand to a 33-week season. We're going to really contract the teams a little bit, and we're going to really amp up the skill level, amp up the players. It's going to be a more consistent set of events and more consistent league. The guys are going to be in shape. The guys are going to be playing hard. They're going to be playing for money. So I guess the question to you fans is, are you excited about April 14th? And are you excited to see where the 3HL goes? Because the 3HL is just getting started. We're just in its infancy. We're just, I think, scratching the surface of the sort of new era, new evolution of pro hockey. So I don't know, you want any final comments on that, or another rant? Go rant number 537.
I think you said it all, Justin. You should be excited because not only is the play on the ice on April 14th going to be great, it's just going to be a little sneak preview of what is to come in the future.
Exactly, and that's what we're excited about is building Canada's Pro Hockey League, building a new Pro Hockey League that we talked about all the excitement, opportunity, community that really ties in everything. How cool would it be if we could bring the best possible pro hockey players to a city like Stratford, to a place like Collingwood, to somewhere here like Ted Reeve, where you're never going to see that. Or prior to the 3HL, you would never have had an opportunity to see professional hockey in places like this. We'll still go to the Kitcheners, the Londons, and the big arenas, and the Hamiltons, and the Niagaras, but we're going to go from city to city, bringing the best possible hockey, the most exciting format of hockey in the 3-on-3 with some of the best hockey players available, and that are going to be basically, I think the skill level will go hit another level, right? And the intensity will hit another level because guys will be playing on a weekly basis, right? So anyways, we'll leave it at that. We're going to be back here tomorrow. We're going to have some of the players on. Pat, you want any final words? For your second time?
No. Like I said, you nailed it.
Nailed
it, Justin.
All right, guys. Cool. Patty? Thanks, buddy. Anyways, for making the tour, Justin Fox, Pat Gregoire. We will see you guys again tomorrow night. Have a great evening.